Welcome, seekers of wisdom and explorers of the unseen, to the Library of Divine Echoes. I'm your host, Christopher Little, and we're going to delve into a practice as ancient as humanity itself, a practice that has captivated mystics, seers, and curious minds for millennia: scrying. The very word scrying evokes images of shadowy figures gazing intently into crystal balls, seeking glimpses of what lies beyond our immediate perception. But what exactly is scrying, and how has this art of seeing evolved through the ages? Join us as we uncover the history, methods, cultural significance, and even the psychological underpinnings of this fascinating divinatory practice. And for those feeling drawn to explore its depths, we'll conclude our episode with a guided meditation to prepare you for your own scrying journey. To understand scrying, we must first journey back in time, tracing its origins to the dawn of human consciousness. The term scrying itself is derived from the Old English word descry, meaning to see or reveal, and reveal it has across diverse cultures and countless generations. Some scholars suggest that the earliest forms of scrying might be found in ancient China, dating back as far as 3000 BCE, or in Egypt around 2500 BCE, with references in Greece by 2000 BCE. While definitive historical evidence for these very early claims can sometimes be scarce, the thread of reflective divination weaves its way through many ancient civilizations. Consider the ancient Egyptians, who are believed to have used sacred pools or bowls filled with oil, gazing into their depths in hopes of receiving divine messages. The Oracle of Delphi in ancient Greece, renowned for its prophecies, may have employed a form of scrying, with priestesses gazing into a reflective bowl of water to induce prophetic visions. Even the Bible hints at scrying, with the story of Joseph using a silver cup for divination. The Celts, settling across Britain, Ireland, France, and Spain around 1200 BCE, offer some of the earliest attested evidence. Archaeologists have unearthed scrying plates at Celtic sites in Western Europe, suggesting their use by ancient Celtic priests, the Druids, in their sacred rituals. Fast forward to ancient Persia, and we find accounts in the 10th century epic poem, the Shahnameh, describing the mythical cup of Jamshid. This cup, filled with an elixir of immortality, was said to allow its gazers to see the entire world and even the 7 heavens of the universe. Perhaps one of the most famous figures associated with scrying is the enigmatic French seer Nostradamus of the 16th century. It's believed he would stare into a bowl of water or dark ink, entering a trance-like state to receive visions of future events, which he then recorded in his cryptic quatrains. While the interpretation of his prophecies remains a subject of ongoing debate, his connection to water scrying is widely acknowledged. In the same era, we have the fascinating partnership of John Dee, the renowned Elizabethan scholar and alchemist, and his scryer, Edward Kelly. They utilized a shoe stone, a piece of polished obsidian or crystal ball, to communicate with what they believed to be angelic beings. Their very tools, including Dee's crystal ball and wax tablets, are preserved and displayed in the British Museum in London, a tangible link to this profound chapter in scrying history. From the obsidian mirrors of South American civilizations to the Babylonian practice of covering palms with ash and oil to observe glimmering reflections, scrying has manifested in myriad forms, all united by the human desire to glimpse beyond the veil. It is a testament to our innate curiosity about the unknown and our enduring quest for guidance and understanding. As we've heard, scrying isn't confined to a single method or tool. Its versatility is part of its enduring appeal. At its heart, scrying involves gazing into a suitable medium to induce a trance-like state, allowing the unconscious mind to surface information through images, symbols, or impressions. Let's explore some of the most common and historically significant methods. Hydromancy, water scrying. This is perhaps one of the oldest and most widespread forms. From ancient Egyptian sacred pools to Nostradamus' simple bowl of water, hydromancy utilizes the reflective surface of water. This can be a dark bowl, a natural spring, a pool, or even a still lake. The rippling and shifting patterns in the water can become a canvas for visions. Crystallomancy, crystal scrying. The iconic crystal ball immediately comes to mind when we think of scrying. These spheres, often made of quartz, glass, or beryl, are designed to focus light and create a deep, seemingly endless space for visions to appear. The key here isn't necessarily absolute clarity, but rather the ability of the crystal to capture and distort light in ways that stimulate the inner eye. Captivated, mirror scrying. Black mirrors, often made of obsidian or specially prepared dark glass, are incredibly popular in modern scrying. Their non-reflective, absorbent surface allows the gaze to penetrate without distraction, creating a void where images can coalesce. Any reflective surface, from a polished metal plate to a darkened window pane, can serve as a scrying mirror. Some practitioners even use the turned-off screens of smartphones or tablets as black mirrors in a surprisingly contemporary twist. Pyromancy, fire scrying. Gazing into flames, be it a bonfire or a simple candle, is another ancient method. The flickering, dancing movements of the fire can induce a hypnotic state, and images may appear within the flames or in the smoke. Capnomancy, smoke scrying. Similar to fire scrying, capnomancy focuses on the patterns and shapes formed by smoke, often from incense or sacred fires. The ephemeral nature of smoke makes this a particularly intuitive form of scrying. Lecanomancy, oil scrying. This method involves observing the patterns formed by oil dropped onto water, often within a bowl. The way the oil spreads and shifts can be interpreted as symbolic messages. While these are the most common, the possibilities are truly endless. Some historical accounts even mention scrying in cracked eggs or the polished fingernail of a child. The underlying principle remains, creating a focal point that allows the conscious mind to quiet and the subconscious, or perhaps even something beyond, to communicate. The process of scrying typically involves creating a sacred space. A quiet, dimly lit environment free from distractions is crucial. Many practitioners use candles, often placed out of direct line of sight but illuminating the scrying tool, incense, or soft music to enhance the atmosphere. Centering and grounding. Before beginning, it's essential to calm the mind and body through deep breathing or a brief meditation. This helps to enter the receptive state necessary for scrying. Setting intention. Clearly stating a question or purpose for the scrying session can help to focus the mind and direct the flow of information. Soft gazing. The key is not to strain your eyes or try to force images. Instead, maintain a soft, unfocused gaze at the surface of your chosen tool, allowing your peripheral vision to become active. Entering a receptive state. As you gaze, allow your mind to quiet. Images, colors, shapes, or even feelings and impressions may arise. Don't immediately try to interpret them. Simply observe without judgment. Observing and receiving. Be patient. Visions can range from distinct scenes unfolding like a movie to abstract shapes or symbolic fragments. Interpretation and journaling. After the session, it's vital to record what you saw or felt. Interpretation comes after the session, sometimes through reflection, research into symbolism, or even in dreams. Scrying is not about forcing visions, but rather about creating the conditions for them to appear. It's a dance between active focus and passive reception. Scrying, in its various guises, has left an indelible mark on cultures worldwide, weaving itself into the spiritual and divinatory practices of diverse peoples. Its presence speaks to a universal human need to understand the unknown, to seek guidance, and to connect with realms beyond the ordinary. In ancient Egypt, as we touched upon, scrying was often integrated into temple rituals. Priests would peer into sacred pools, believing these reflective surfaces provided a conduit to the gods, allowing them to receive messages and prophecies for the pharaohs and the populace. The goddess Hathor, in some legends, carried a shield that could reflect all things in their true light, embodying the essence of revelatory seeing. For the ancient Greeks and Romans, various forms of scrying were employed by oracles and seers. Beyond the famed Oracle of Delphi, polished metals, mirrors, and even bronze cauldrons were used to discern omens and predict futures. These practices were often integral to state affairs, guiding decisions in war and peace. In Celtic traditions, particularly amongst the Druids, scrying with polished beryl, crystal, and dark water from sacred wells as a significant part of their spiritual practices. These rituals were deeply connected to nature and the cycles of the moon, seeking wisdom from the land and the ancestral spirits. Across Asia, scrying took on unique forms. While the I Ching, a form of cleromancy, is a well-known Chinese divination method involving sticks, there are also accounts of scrying by observing the insides of cracked eggs. In some shamanic traditions, particularly in Siberia and North America, shamans might gaze into dark, still pools of water or into the smoke of sacred fires to enter trance states and communicate with the spirit world, seeking healing or guidance for their communities. Native American tribes also employed reflective stones for scrying. The practice found its way into medieval European occultism, often associated with figures like Nostradamus and the alchemists. It was sometimes viewed with suspicion by the church, yet it persisted in esoteric circles, often intertwined with Hermetic philosophy and ceremonial magic. The concept of communication with spirits or angels through scrying tools became prominent during this period, as exemplified by Dee and Kelly's work. Even today, scrying continues to evolve. Modern practitioners might use traditional tools like crystal balls or obsidian mirrors, but they also adapt the practice to contemporary life. The black mirror of a turned-off smartphone or tablet screen, for instance, serves as a surprisingly effective scrying surface for some. This adaptability underscores scrying's enduring relevance across cultures and centuries. The common thread through all these diverse practices is the belief that the scrying medium acts as a focal point, helping the scryer to quiet the conscious mind and access deeper levels of awareness. Whether this awareness is attributed to the subconscious, collective unconscious, spirit guides, deities, or simply heightened intuition, the cultural significance lies in its power to offer insight, guidance, and a connection to something beyond the mundane. It's a testament to humanity's continuous dialogue with the unseen. Now let's turn our attention to how scrying might actually work. This is where the realms of psychology, neuroscience, and metaphysics intersect, offering various perspectives on the phenomenon of perceived visions. From a purely psychological standpoint, scrying can be understood through the lens of pareidolia and hypnagogia. Pareidolia is the tendency to interpret vague stimuli as something known, such as seeing faces in clouds or shapes in abstract patterns. When gazing into a scrying medium, the subtle reflections, distortions, or shifts in light can act as a trigger for the brain to impose meaningful images or patterns. Similarly, the semi-trance state induced by focused soft gazing can be akin to hypnagogic experiences, which occur in the transitional state between wakefulness and sleep. In this state, the mind is highly suggestible and can produce vivid, dreamlike imagery, auditory sensations, or even bodily feelings. Scrying, by intentionally inducing a similar state, may be facilitating the conscious access to these naturally occurring phenomena. Psychologists like Leonard Zusny have suggested that scrying images are essentially hallucinations or hypnagogic experiences. The repetitive, unfocused gazing can lead to what's known as the Ganzfeld effect, where prolonged exposure to an undifferentiated field of stimulation, like a uniform surface, can lead to sensory deprivation and the generation of internal imagery by the brain. However, many practitioners and those who approach scrying from a metaphysical perspective offer a different explanation. They believe scrying is a way to access the subconscious mind, or the collective unconscious. The scrying tool acts as a portal, allowing symbolic information, forgotten memories, or intuitive insights to surface from the deeper layers of one's own psyche. In this view, the visions are not external entities, but rather internal knowledge made manifest. Beyond the personal subconscious, some metaphysical interpretations suggest that scrying can tap into a universal field of information, often referred to as the Akashic Records, or connect with spirit guides, ancestral wisdom, or even higher self. Here, the scrying medium is not just as a psychological trigger, but as an energetic conduit, allowing communication with non-physical entities or a vast cosmic library of knowledge. The symbolic nature of scrying visions is also crucial to interpretation. Much like dreams, the images that appear are often not literal but metaphorical, requiring careful reflection and understanding of personal and universal archetypes. A serpent might symbolize transformation, a bird freedom, a house the self. The scryer's own background, beliefs, and current life circumstances will inevitably influence how these symbols are perceived and interpreted. It's important to acknowledge that from a scientific standpoint, there is no empirical evidence to support scrying as a method of predicting the future or obtaining information unavailable to empirical investigation. The scientific community generally classifies it as a pseudoscience, and skeptics attribute its effects to psychological biases or self-delusion. However, for those who practice it, scrying is a deeply personal and often profound experience. They report gaining significant insights, clarity, and guidance that positively impact their lives. Whether it's a window into the subconscious, a bridge to other realms, or simply a powerful tool for self-reflection and intuition development, the psychological and metaphysical dimensions of scrying offer a rich tapestry for exploration. The true power may lie not in its ability to predict a definitive future, but in its capacity to illuminate the pathways within ourselves and broaden our perception of reality. As with any practice that delves into the unseen or the depths of the psyche, scrying comes with its own set of ethical considerations and practical preparations. Approaching scrying with respect, clear intention, and a grounded mindset is paramount for a safe and meaningful experience. Ethical considerations. Respect for privacy and free will. Scrying, like any divinatory art, should primarily be used for personal insight and guidance. Using it to pry into the lives of others without their consent or to manipulate situations is a violation of ethical boundaries that can lead to negative repercussions. Remember, you are observing, not controlling. Avoiding attachment to outcomes. The insights gained through scrying are often symbolic and open to interpretation. It's crucial not to become overly fixated on a specific predicted outcome or to blindly follow every impression. Scrying offers potential pathways and insights, but ultimately, free will and personal choice guide our actions in the waking world. Discernment of information. Not every image or impression will be profound or accurate. Some may be stray thoughts, wishful thinking, or simply the mind processing daily experiences. Cultivating discernment and understanding that some insights may be symbolic rather than literal is key. If anything feels unsettling or negative, it's wise to step back and reevaluate. Emotional and mental well-being. Scrying can sometimes bring forth challenging or uncomfortable truths. It's important to be in a stable emotional and mental state before engaging in the practice. If you are experiencing significant emotional distress, it might be advisable to address that first, perhaps with professional help, before venturing into scrying. Protection and grounding. While some practitioners invoke specific deities or protective energies, a simpler approach involves setting a clear intention for only positive and benevolent information to come through. Grounding yourself before and after a session helps to anchor your energy and prevent feeling disoriented. Preparation for scrying. The success of a scrying session often hinges on the preparation that precedes it. Choose your tool wisely. Whether it's a crystal ball, a black mirror, a bowl of water, or even a simple darkened window, select a tool that resonates with you. Cleanse and consecrate your chosen tool regularly if that aligns with your practice to imbue it with positive energy. Create a sacred space. Find a quiet, undisturbed area where you can relax and focus. Dim the lights, draw curtains, and minimize external distractions. Many find that scrying in a dimly lit room, or even by moonlight, enhances the experience by reducing external stimuli and promoting a meditative state. Atmosphere and ambience. Enhance the environment with elements that promote calm and focus. This could include candles. Place candles strategically so their light illuminates your scrying tool without reflecting directly into your eyes. The soft glow can create a soothing atmosphere. Incense or essential oils. Certain scents, like frankincense, sandalwood, or lavender, can aid in relaxation and focus. Soft music. Instrumental or ambient music at a low volume can help to quiet the mind without being distracting. Personal preparation. Physical comfort. Wear comfortable clothing and ensure you are in a comfortable seated position. Avoid anything restrictive. Mental clarity. Take a few moments before you begin to let go of the day's worries and distractions. Deep breathing exercises are excellent for this. Set your intention. Before you begin gazing, clearly state your purpose for the session. Are you seeking clarity on a decision? Insight into a situation? General guidance? A clear intention helps focus the energy. Journal ready. Have a journal or notebook and a pen nearby to immediately record any impressions, images, or feelings you experience during or immediately after the session. Details can fade quickly. Remember, scrying is a journey of discovery. It requires patience, an open mind, and a willingness to explore the subtle realms of perception. By approaching it thoughtfully and respectfully, you can unlock its potential for profound self-discovery and insightful guidance. And now, as promised, we'll conclude our episode with a guided meditation designed to help you prepare your mind and spirit for your own scrying practices. This meditation will help you relax, center yourself, and open your receptive senses. You can use this as a standalone meditation or as preparation for an actual scrying session. Find a comfortable position, whether seated or lying down. Close your eyes gently, or simply soften your gaze if you prefer to keep them open. Take a deep breath in through your nose, feeling your belly expand, and exhale slowly through your mouth, releasing any tension you might be holding. Again, inhale deeply, drawing in calm and peace, and exhale completely, letting go of any thoughts or worries that might be lingering. Continue this gentle, rhythmic breathing, allowing each breath to deepen your sense of relaxation. Feel your body settling, becoming heavier, more grounded. Now bring your awareness to your feet, feeling them resting on the floor or against your surface. Imagine roots growing from the soles of your feet, extending deep into the earth, anchoring you, connecting you to the stable, nurturing energy of the planet. Feel yourself becoming deeply grounded, steady, and secure. Slowly bring your awareness up through your legs, noticing any tension in your calves or thighs. With each exhale, imagine that tension melting away, flowing down through your roots into the earth to be transmuted. Your legs feel light and relaxed. Move your attention to your hips and lower back. Release any stiffness or discomfort. Allow your spine to lengthen, feeling supported and aligned. Now let your awareness move into your abdomen, feeling the gentle rise and fall of your belly with each breath. Release any tightness, allowing this area to be soft and open. Shift your focus to your chest and shoulders. Notice if your shoulders are hunched or tense. Gently roll them back and down, creating space across your chest. Imagine a warm, calming light filling your heart space, expanding with each inhale, radiating peace with each exhale. Bring your attention to your arms and hands. Feel them resting comfortably. Wiggle your fingers if you need to, then allow them to relax completely. Imagine any remaining tension flowing out through your fingertips. Finally, bring your awareness to your neck, jaw, and face. Gently relax your jaw, letting your tongue rest slightly in your mouth. Smooth out your forehead, releasing any furrowed brows. Feel your entire head and face softening, becoming peaceful. Now that your body is deeply relaxed, bring your awareness to your mind. Notice any thoughts that arise, but instead of engaging with them, simply observe them as if they are clouds drifting across the sky. They appear, and then they float away. Don't judge them, don't cling to them, just let them pass. Imagine a calm, still pool of water within your mind. This is your inner reservoir of intuition, wisdom, and clarity. The surface of this water is perfectly smooth, reflecting a soft, gentle light. As you gaze into this inner pool, you are creating a sacred space within yourself. This space is safe, protected, and filled with a deep sense of peace. Now, if you have a specific question or intention for your scrying practice, gently hold it in your mind. Don't force it. Just allow it to be present. If you don't have a specific question, simply hold the intention of openness, curiosity, and receptivity to whatever insights wish to emerge. Feel a sense of calm anticipation. You are open. You are receptive. You are ready to perceive the subtle echoes of divine wisdom. Trust that whatever visions, symbols, or impressions come to you, whether in your scrying tool or in your mind's eye, are meant for you. When you are ready to engage in your scrying practice, you can gently open your eyes and turn your attention to your chosen scrying tool, maintaining this soft, receptive gaze. If you are using this meditation as a standalone practice, simply continue to rest in this peaceful, centered state for a few more moments. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your physical surroundings. Notice the sounds around you, the feeling of the air on your skin. Wiggle your fingers and toes, gently reawakening your body. When you feel ready, slowly open your eyes, carrying this sense of calm, groundedness, and receptive awareness with you into your waking state. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of scrying. May your journey be filled with profound insights and illuminating echoes. Until next time, keep seeking, keep listening, and keep growing.